Welcome to Mind Hackers on Selfie with G, the podcast that dives deep into the quirks of the human mind and how we can outsmart our own worst habits. I'm your host, G, and today we're tackling a topic that's as frustrating as it is fascinating: self-sabotage. Why do we get in our own way? And more importantly, how can we stop? Well, stick around because we're going to make this an informative, exciting, and yes, even a little funny segment. Picture this: you're on the verge of a big breakthrough, finally finishing that novel, sticking to a workout routine, or starting that side business. And just when you're about to cross the finish line, bam, you trip over your own shoelaces. Sounds familiar? That, my friends, is self-sabotage in action. Your inner saboteur would probably be saying, "Oops, did I do that?" Self-sabotage is like having an annoying roommate living in your head, constantly throwing banana peels on your path. But why do we do this? Why do we mess things up for ourselves? Let's break it down and have a laugh along the way. First up, the fear of success. Yes, you heard me right. Sometimes we're more afraid of success than failure. Success brings change, responsibility, and oh no, higher expectations. So our brain decides to protect us by saying, "Hey, let's just not finish that project. It's safer here in procrastination land." I once almost finished a painting that could have made me a local art star, a viewer had once told me. Then I convinced myself that my cat needed my undivided attention for 3 whole weeks straight. Well, my friends, that was her experience of procrastination and self-sabotage at its best. Classic self-sabotage. Next, let's talk about perfectionism. Perfectionism is like having a drill sergeant who demands that everything be flawless. Perfection is unattainable. We end up doing nothing at all. It's a neat trick our brains play to avoid potential criticism or even failure. Another classic move of procrastination, the fine art of putting things off. We tell ourselves we'll do it later, but later often turns out into a never. Procrastination is a sneaky form of self-sabotage, giving us temporary relief while robbing us of long-term success. A viewer once said to me, "Procrastination is a thief of time, and it's often driven by underlying fears and anxieties. Address those," she said, "and you can start reclaiming your time." And you know what? I have to agree. So how do we combat these self-sabotaging behaviors? Step 1, recognize them. Awareness is key. The next time you catch yourself procrastinating or demanding perfectionism, pause and ask, why am I doing this? What am I really afraid of? Step 2, challenge your inner critic, the little voice that says you're not good enough. Well, you know what? It's lying. Replace those negative thoughts with positive affirmations. Instead of, "I'll never get this right," try, "I'm learning and improving every day." I used to self-sabotage by never finishing my manuscripts, a friend once told me. Then I started telling myself, "It's okay to write badly, Nikki. I can always edit it later." Suddenly, she said, she was finishing her projects left, right, and center. Step 3, set small, achievable goals. Break down your big goals into smaller, manageable tasks. Celebrate each small victory along the way. This not only keeps you motivated, but also builds confidence and momentum. Step 4, accountability. Share your goals with a friend or join a support group. Having someone to check in with you can keep you on track and make the journey more fun. Remember, it's harder to procrastinate when your best friend is texting you every day asking, "Did you finish that chapter yet?" To wrap up today's episode, let's recap. Recognize self-sabotage, challenge your inner critic, set small goals, and finally, get an accountability buddy. Self-sabotage may be a tricky opponent, but with these strategies, you can outsmart it and get back on track. Thank you for joining me on Selfie with G. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, rate, and share it with your friends. Your support helps us bring more insightful and entertaining content to you. Stay tuned for our next episode where we'll explore more mind-bending topics and how to hack your way to a better life. Until next time, keep hacking, keep growing, and remember, you're in control. I'm G, and this has been Selfie with G. See you next time.